YouTube is a place where millions of people share their lives, thoughts, and creativity. We're used to seeing bloggers as ordinary guys striving for fame, views, and recognition. But sometimes, behind the bright image, there's a darkness. Sometimes the person you watched their video turns out to be something completely different. Today I'll tell you about 5 YouTube channels run by people who became murderers. These stories shocked the world, made headlines, and became a reminder that even on the world's most popular platform, evil can lurk right in front of your screen. Randy Starry, known as Andrew Blaze, was a withdrawn man who felt like an outcast for most of his life. On his YouTube channel, Ember's Ghost Squad, he posted bizarre animations featuring cartoon ghosts and dark conversations about death. Many viewers were perplexed by his content. Some dismissed him as a quirky artist, others simply passed by. But no one realized there was a real threat behind it. In June 2017, Randy showed up for his night shift at the supermarket where he worked. He had a gun in his pocket. He opened fire on his co-workers, killing 3. He then committed suicide. When police examined his YouTube channel, it turned out that many of the videos were direct warnings. The media reported on the horrific chronicle of a future crime, which no one took seriously. Journalists wondered, could the tragedy have been prevented if someone had noticed the warning signs in time? For viewers, it was a chilling reminder. Sometimes what we think of as creativity can actually be a cry for help. Trevor Heitman, aka McSkillet, was a YouTube star among CSGO players. His channel amassed hundreds of thousands of subscribers, featuring skin reviews, game guides, and interactions with fans. For many teenagers, he was a symbol of success, a guy who had achieved everything through video games. But in 2018, his life took a turn for the worse. Trevor lost access to valuable in-game items, depriving him of his main source of income. He also began acting erratically, withdrawing from friends and family. In August, he drove his McLaren into oncoming traffic. At high speed, his car collided with a car carrying a mother and her young daughter. All 3 were killed. The story instantly made headlines. Media outlets reported, from YouTube star to roadkill. Fans couldn't believe their idol had caused the death of an innocent family. Social media was flooded with comments. Some offered condolences to the victims' families, while others debated whether Trevor was mentally unstable and in need of help. For many viewers, this became a tragic lesson. Behind a blogger's success can lie deep personal drama. Alexei Viktorovich Makiv, known online as Alextime or Lord Nazi Ruso, was a Russian video blogger who gained notoriety for his provocative and offensive videos. His videos, published on YouTube, often featured extremely aggressive and hateful language, insulting people based on their nationality and personal background, and often expressing openly extremist views. He called himself a showman, but viewers saw only mockery, racism, and malice in his content. He had already come under police scrutiny in Russia for similar antics, But the truly high-profile incident occurred when he moved to Mexico. There, Mikhaev continued filming videos and insulting passers-by on the streets. His behavior sparked widespread outrage among local residents. In May 2017, the situation escalated to tragedy. A crowd of angry residents came to his home to confront him. A skirmish ensued, and during the confrontation, Alexei pulled out a knife and stabbed one of the attackers, a 20-year-old man named Carlos Eduardo. He died instantly. The incident immediately made international headlines. Headlines screamed, "Russian YouTuber kills Mexican during mob attack." The Mexican public was shocked. Many believed Mikhaev himself provoked the tragedy with his offensive behavior, while others saw it as an example of internet celebrities going to extremes for attention. Ultimately, the court sentenced him to 37 years and 6 months in prison. His YouTube channel became infamous as an example of how provocation and publicity stunts can end in tragedy. Alextime will forever remain in history as the blogger whose own videos led to public hatred and, ultimately, murder and imprisonment. Pedro and Monalisa dreamed of popularity. Their channel was dedicated to pranks, challenges, and dangerous stunts.
Hi YouTube friends, it's Mommy
and Papi,
and today we're coming at you with another challenge video.
They were young, in love, and believed they could reach millions of views. In 2017, they devised a deadly stunt. Monalisa was supposed to shoot Pedro through a thick encyclopedia. They were confident the book would stop the bullet. The camera was rolling, the atmosphere brimming with confidence, but the stunt ended in horror. The bullet pierced the book and killed Pedro instantly. Monalisa, pregnant with their second child, was arrested.
if I die, I'll be ready for Jesus. He probably won't accept me into the pearly gates because how stupid this is, but I have confidence that my girlfriend will hit the book and not me.
The story made headlines around the world. Headlines screamed, "YouTube experiment turns deadly. The thirst for fame takes a life." On social media, people debated who was to blame, Monalisa herself, who pulled the trigger, or the YouTube culture that pushes people to perform crazy stunts for the sake of likes. For many, this served as a warning about the dangers of chasing hype. Stas Reeflay, a Russian streamer known for his shocking content, hosted live streams where he allowed viewers to control the action for donations. His broadcasts were full of provocations, humiliations, and scandals. But behind the scenes, there was also a personal drama. Reeflay had a complicated relationship with his girlfriend, Valentina. She frequently appeared on his shows, and viewers witnessed their arguments, reconciliations, and constant emotional roller coaster rides. Many noted that he treated her rudely, often publicly insulting her. Yet she, despite the humiliation, remained by his side. Viewers who regularly watched the streams were accustomed to seeing Valentina as part of the show, but few realized that behind this was an addiction, psychological and possibly financial. Valentina was clearly in a vulnerable position. On the one hand, she loved him and didn't want to leave. On the other, she was becoming a victim of public bullying. In December 2020, everything escalated into disaster. Under the influence of alcohol and pressure from the audience demanding tough action, Reeflay kicked Valentina out into the cold. She stayed there too long, lost consciousness, and never regained consciousness. By the time she was carried back into the house, she was already dead. The media reported not only on the blogger's cruelty, but also on the tragic history of their relationship. Journalists and viewers debated why the woman didn't leave the man who treated her so badly. Many psychologists noted that this was a classic example of a toxic and abusive relationship where the victim sees no escape. The incident shocked Russia and the world. It wasn't just a death during a live stream, but the culmination of a long, destructive relationship that had been unfolding before the eyes of thousands of viewers. These 5 stories demonstrate that YouTube can be not only a place for creativity and inspiration, but also an arena for the darkest sides of human nature. Some killed out of hatred, others out of despair, and still others for the hype. But the outcome was always the same: ruined lives, dead people, and channels that became a terrifying reminder of tragedy.